Hello, my friends. Hope everyone is doing well with this pandemic that is not getting out of our life anytime soon. What would you do, my friends, if you just got your brand new car out of the dealership? Somebody comes, smashes it, and runs away. What would you do? Don't panic. Stay around. I'll show you what to do. Auto insurance has different types of coverages. It has the liability, it only covers whoever you hit, but it doesn't cover your car. It's composed of liability, bodily injury, property damage to the third party. Then you can add uninsured, underinsured in case somebody hit and run or hit and don't have insurance with a 250 deductible. And the uninsured, it covers the bodily injury and property damage of yourself. If somebody hit and run or hit and don't have insurance, or if you're at the mall and you come out, ladies, and your car is wrecked, don't panic. If you have uninsured, underinsured, with $250 deductible, you'll have it fixed. And if you're driving and somebody hit and run, the same. It would be the same. Bodily injury for the people that are inside your vehicle, your friends, your relative, family, and your personal, your property, which is your car. And that all the time there is a $250 deductible. But it's better to have it than not to have it in cases like this. But if you don't have it, I'll show you what kind of coverage covers that in case you don't have the uninsured, underinsured. It is the collision. The collision covers any damage, anything that collides with your car. Let's say that somebody hits and run, you are covered under your collision with your deductibles, of course. You're responsible for that. But it's better, to pay the deductible than the damages on your car. So it's good to have that. The next one, it is comprehensive or other than collision, which it covers theft, fire, flood, hail damage, vandalism, and if a tree falls on your car, and is subject to the deductibles too. It's subject to the deductible, of course, and you're responsible for that. But it's good to have, it's good coverage to have. So comprehensive and collision and liability is a basic full coverage. Now you can add the uninsured, underinsured for bodily injury, property damage of yourself. And then you can add personal injury for yourself and the people inside your car. And if somebody gets hurt in a hit and run or something like that, uninsured, underinsured will cover the people inside your car and yourself and your car, of course. Then we have the personal injury. The personal injury, it covers up to, let's say you have 2,500 is per person inside the car and yourself. And that covers for medical payments and loss of essential needs, such as loss of income. If you have an accident and you can't go to work for a week or two, well, the personal injury protection, it covers you up to a certain percentage of your income, up to the subject to the limit of the amount that you have on your policy. But it covers that. It covers if you hire somebody to cut your grass because you're so hurt that you cannot do it yourself, and it's something that you do yourself normally, it would be covered up to certain limits. There's different things that are covered under personal injury protection. Now there's medical payment. They're similar because they both cover medical payment, but the cost of the medical payment is a little lower than the personal injury. And the difference, it is that one of them, the personal injury, covers the medical payment and loss of essential needs, And the medical payment covers strictly medical payments up to the limit. You could have 2,500 per person. You could have 5,000, 10,000. I think the limit is 10,000 per person. But that's on top of the coverage for the uninsured. Let's say somebody hit and run and there's people hurt. Then the uninsured bodily injury covers them for medical payment plus the personal injury or the medical payment, which is great coverage. But if you want to keep the cost down, I would recommend the medical payment only. And if not, if you want to have it the full coverage all the way, I would advise you to have personal injury protection. And plus, if you're an employee, yes, I would advise. And of course, your agents are the best person to advise what coverage you need and what you don't. When you're trying to keep the cost down, because there's basic full coverage, and then there's the broad, the full coverage that covers more. And the next thing is the rental car. Rental car, when you have full coverage, it's a necessity, because if you don't have a car while roadside assistance, and what they do is you call a 1-800 number and they send you a tow truck. Some of them are reimbursement. You pay for it and then you get reimbursed by your insurance company. So it all depends on the company, because not all company have the roadside assistance service, and it has the reimbursement, but they're both good coverage. Remember, what collision covers is if you hit a building or if you hit somebody and the person don't have insurance, the collision covers your car too. The comprehensive or other than collision, it covers flood, hail damage, that we have that in Houston quite a bit, and it covers fire and vandalism and flood, of course. That's very important to have in Houston. But sometimes you're covered if the vehicle is not too new. You can have liability and uninsured. It's a little coverage for your vehicle, okay, that if somebody hit and run or hit and don't have insurance, you're still covering your car, and you're covering if you hit somebody. So it's a good. So this is it. These are the coverages that auto insurance has. Liability, which is liability, bodily injury, and property damage to the third party. Uninsured, underinsured. If you have a hit and run or hit and don't have insurance, the other party, then your car is covered and the people inside your car is covered. Personal injury is for yourself and the people inside your car, or medical payment, the same. So these coverages are awesome. Some carried only liability and comprehensive and collision. Some carry liability and uninsured with medical payments. Some cover the full package. If you have young drivers, I would advise you to have the full package, full coverage, completely, with higher limits, because the liability has different limits. It has the minimum that the law requires, and then you could increase it, which that minimum is 30,000, 60,000, 25,000, I think. No, 30,000, 60,000, and 15,000. Then the next one is 25,000, 50,000, and 25,000. The next one is 100,000, 300,000, 50,000. I advise that for young drivers. When you have your kids on your policy, it is a very good thing to have high limits, because in case of a lawsuit, I know in Texas they can't come after your house, but they could come after your bank accounts. So be safe, be covered with the correct coverages that you need. And here at Almirante Insurance in the Woodlands, we can help you too if you don't. At Almirante Insurance, we treat you like family. Click on the link below and it would take you to the website, www.almiranteinsurance.com. Thank you so much for visiting us, for listening, for viewing for watching the video, and I really appreciate that. Please give me a like, subscribe, and comment and share, please, to help other people. Like that, you can help other people understand their policy. A lot of people receive the package, the policy, and they say, what is all this? And then they start dissecting. But honestly, it's better to watch a video on coverages. It's easier for you, and you know, and for your spouses too, so they could comprehend in case of an accident what to do, you know. And don't forget, in case of an accident, you call your agent first, okay? Because what happens is if you call claims department first, they're gonna open a case, even if it's gonna be a zero pay, and then if they don't cover it, it's gonna show as a claim zero paid, and they remove the claims free discount. It's not good, but it's unfair, but that's the way that's their rules. So we have to abide by them. And then again, please give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next videos. I have videos of, you know, like homeowners insurance, commercial insurance, Christmas decorations, things like that. Hope to see you.